Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to Sacral Butterfly. So on my channel, I like to motivate people to discover their self-awareness and also to boost their self-esteem, just going on a journey to self-improvement overall. So if you like that kind of content, I invite you to follow my page and go watch some other videos and see how you like them. So thank you all who have already been following me from the beginning or who just joined recently and have been supporting the videos. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you can be informed of whenever I post a video, and then also don't forget to like, comment, and share the content with your friends if you feel like they could use this help, right? So thank you. Once again, excuse me. So once again, thank you to everyone who voted on my poll last week. Thank you for everyone who voted on my poll last week. That was really helpful. I have this like long list of things of what I want to talk about on my channel, and you all have been really helping me prioritize which ones to put out first. So I really want to say thank you to everyone who voted. I also want to say thank you to everyone who has been commenting and sharing the information. I do want to read a comment that, well, it wasn't a comment, it was a text message. One of my girlfriends, Mindy, she actually reached out and she was like, "Good morning, lovely. I opened YouTube and see you are making videos again. Yay, I'm watching it now." But just that kind of support really like gets me going. So I really appreciate you guys. A lot of what I've been sharing has been really therapeutic for me. I've been going through a lot these past few weeks, and just recording has really been sort of like therapy for me. So I really appreciate your support. You might hear in my voice, I sound terrible. I've been going through some sort of sinus infection or something. I live in the beautiful state of Georgia, and the pollen here is insane. It's insane, and my sinuses have been awful. I'm like literally walking around with like my albuterol pump because it's been so bad. And when I talk, I sort of sound like that kid from, I don't know if y'all ever watched Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm's like friend from school who had breathing problems.
And still, he has nothing.
I kind of sound like that, or I feel like that when I'm talking. So it's been pretty bad, but I'm feeling better. I have not recorded this week. I'm so delayed, but there's just a lot been going on. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you all. I want to apologize in advance because I'm recording this video from my car. I wanted to get out of my house. I wanted to really just go into a different space, a different environment. And I was like, let me just go and find somewhere and record. So that's why I'm not recording in my usual state, but I'm actually kind of feeling it. So today we're going to be going over healing from heartbreak, which I kind of am a pro at, I hate to say, but it's a part of life, right? It's a part of life, and I know that some of you have probably been dealing with this. The poll was pretty clear that that's what you wanted to talk about, so it sounds like maybe some of you are dealing with this right now, like me, or maybe you haven't healed from a past relationship and it's something that you're still going through and you want help with. So I was thinking about this because I feel like we're living in a culture where people are almost seen as dispensable, and typically when we go through heartbreak, we're almost like, well, F them, right? Forget you. You don't deserve me. You don't deserve me, okay? And I think like that's the consensus of just keep it moving. There's plenty of fish in the sea. You don't need them. Move on, right? There's no real conversation around healing and really feeling the relationship and what you went through. So I am coming to you from a space of healing from heartbreak, and I think this is more so for people who maybe experienced a breakup that was unwanted or that came out of left field, and maybe you thought that this person and you were going to be together for a while, right? I think that type of heartbreak is different than maybe a relationship that has ended mutually because you knew it wasn't going anywhere, right? That heartbreak is a little bit different. There could be some overlap in some of the suggestions that I have, but I'm more so talking to the people who maybe are going through some unexpected pain from a relationship. I would also say maybe this would apply to someone who's dealing with betrayal and relationship betrayal. Maybe you broke up, there was cheating, there was some sort of betrayal or something that you weren't even privy to. You could apply this as well. So the first thing you want to do when that happens is
I bust the windows out your car. That I'm missing maybe my head for one. What's worst, looking jealous or crazy, jealous or crazy.
Just kidding, guys. You don't want to do that, okay? Like, please don't do that. We're not doing that in 2024. We are enlightened individuals. No, I'm kidding. But the first thing you want to do really when you're going through something like this is accept that you're hurt and that the relationship is over. Okay? We tend to ruminate and overthink the same things over and over. And a lot of times we're like thinking of, oh, but we were so happy. This was so great. Like, I don't understand. And it really doesn't matter, right? Yes, those things can all be happening in a relationship, but it's still over. It's not an indicator of whether or not a relationship is going to last, right? The good times, maybe they made promises to you. Maybe you told each other you loved each other every single day, right? Those are not true those aren't true indicators of whether a relationship is going to last, okay? So don't overthink those moments. Just accept where you are right now, right? And that the relationship is over. Don't go out here, saying F him. I've done it too. I've been so angry and in the heat of the moment where I'm just like, F you, like, forget you. You're a piece of crap. Like, you don't deserve to walk on the face of the earth. I get like that. I get really angry. And I'm the type of person, I've been trying to get better at that, but I'm really, like, it's crazy because I'm so calm, but then when someone hurts me or like purposefully betrays me, I'm almost like in fight mode. I'm in true fight mode for real. And it's something that I've been working on for a very long time, but it has to do a lot with, obviously upbringing and not having a voice for so long, and, coming from a place of physical, psychological abuse. You have to be quiet for so long that when you finally get a voice, you start using it, right? And, it's not good sometimes because then you end up saying things that you don't necessarily mean or that make you feel worse. So accept your feelings, accept where you are, that you're hurt, accept that it sucks, accept that, you're maybe you're not even okay with the situation. Maybe you're not okay with the decision, but accept where you are. Another thing is the second thing I believe is very important when you're healing from heartbreak is to cry or release whatever emotion you're feeling. Now, I just said, try to be calm and don't, curse somebody out or say things that you don't mean necessarily. But sometimes those are the things that we want to say right away, or those are the things that we feel. And I'm guilty because I'm human, but I'm trying to be better. And, obviously, if you're angry, step aside. If it's crying and you're, emotional, I think that's something obviously that you can do in front of people. But I would say maybe, if it's something like you want to punch a wall or something, obviously don't do that in front of a person or whatever, you know, maybe go to like a scream room or something like that where you can release all of that negative energy, or maybe go boxing or something like that and get those emotions out versus, you know, unleashing them on the other person. Do them in a healthy way where you can actually be in a safe space and release all of that without any type of judgment, okay? But definitely let it out. Whether you're with friends, you're at home, whatever it is, let those emotions out. The third thing I believe everyone should do when they're healing from heartbreak is to spend a healthy amount of time with friends and alone. When I was younger and in my early 20s, and I was dealing with a breakup, and this was like my first love, and I was just so broken about it. I did the opposite of everything I'm just telling you. Like, I did the exact opposite. And I would spend an unhealthy amount of time out and about and with friends. And I mean this because it would be like I'd be going out and partying and drinking and, you know, just distracting myself in ways that were just not healthy for me. Like, I never really faced the situation that I was in. Like, I never faced the pain that I was going through, because this was like my first love, right? And I was just so ready to get that off of my mind that I would stay busy. And later on, I found out that that was like a state that they say for like when you're in sort of like they say fight, flight, freeze, and fawn mode, right? So those are kind of a response to that situation. And I also didn't know how to be alone at that time. I think people, when you're dealing through heartbreak, you should also spend time alone. You know, also don't be the exact opposite and the other side of the extreme where you're only alone and you're only crying and you're only, you know, sad and depressed and, you know, sitting in the darkness with your sheet of your bed sheet over you, and you're crying and you're depressed and you're watching TikTok videos all day. Like, don't be that side of things either. You know, spend a healthy amount of time. And when you are alone, you know, do things that actually make you feel better and be better as a person. The fourth thing I think people should do, and I think this is something that you can do for sure when you're alone. You can also do it in a group as well, but journal, pray, reflect on what you learned from the relationship. I'm the type of person, I tell people everything. I kind of have to get my thoughts out of my mind. I do journal. Like, I've been journaling since I was a little girl. And I always remember, just like from the time I was a kid, whenever I was feeling something, I would really like want to write it down. I couldn't tell anyone how I was feeling. I couldn't tell my family because half the time they were the ones doing what was hurting me, right? Not my siblings, but you know. So I didn't have anybody to talk to, just my pen and paper. And sometimes I remember I would like write it out and then I like ball it up and throw it in the trash. So like my family could never find it, like my parents. Or even like my siblings. I was like so embarrassed of my feelings. But as I got older, I wrote everything, right? I wrote everything. Or I talked to my friends and people that I trusted around me about how I felt. Like I thank God that I have a great group of friends that I can trust. And I also have my sister, my sister-in-laws, like just people in my life that I can actually go to and be like, I feel like crap, you know, and I reflect on the things that I am going through, even like my brothers, right? So like, it's great to have a group of people that you can reflect on your past experience with, or if you don't, journal, write it out, get your thoughts out of your mind so they're not sitting in your mind ruminating and bringing you down. I truly believe like what you put your mind towards is what you bring into your life, you know. And the past few weeks for me, with what I've been going through, it's been really hard because my mind has been going to a lot of thoughts of uncertainty, thoughts of bitterness and all of that. And I'm like constantly like, no, that's not what, you know, I believe that's not what God wants for me. So I have to redirect my energy to say, I am certain that God has something beautiful for me in my life. So I have to purposefully redirect my thoughts. So when you are talking to someone or journaling or whatever, make sure that you're also bringing in good energy, bringing in good thoughts, redirecting those limiting beliefs that you're setting because of your heartbreak. Okay, so that's just one thing I would recommend is make sure that you are having a balance with what you're talking about and what you're repeating in your mind or out of your mouth. So just keep that in mind. The fifth thing I think everyone should do is keep your heart open to love again. I know it's really hard to think about this when you're in so much pain probably and experiencing some sadness, and maybe you think all men are terrible, right? All men suck. They're the devil. They ain't, you know, like everything we say, everything we say when we're heartbroken. But going back to what I was saying about, you know, what we claim for our lives, I think it's very important for you to claim the beauty of love into your life and know that this is just another learning lesson. Maybe you're committing the same mistake. Maybe you didn't learn the mistake you were supposed to learn last time and you're in the same situation again. And it's like, okay, I really need to understand that this is a growth moment and that there's something beautiful out there for me. Don't hold on to that negative energy, that negative pressure, because I truly think that one of the most beautiful things that is on this earth is love. Like, I truly believe that. We are surrounded by so much toxicity, so much negativity, and one of the most beautiful things that we can have on this planet, in my opinion, is love. Maybe that's why, you know, maybe I watch too many Disney movies. I don't know, but I truly do believe that. So I hope that you keep your heart open to love again, because it'll bring beautiful things to your life. Not just maybe in relationships, but friendships, careers, you know, relationships with just people in general. Because you don't have that, you know, that like choke on your heart, that chokehold. The sixth thing that I think that everyone should do is be grateful for the experience. I know that some of you are going through toxic relationships and you're like, well, how am I gonna be thankful for a toxic relationship? You got to be thankful that you got out of it, that God got you out of that situation, and stay out of it, right? Continue to stay out of it. But be grateful for the experience. You know, what I'm going through right now, there's just so much, like, I want to tell you guys, but I'm just like, I'm going to wait. Or maybe I'll create a Patreon, and some of my deepest, darkest secrets I'll share on Patreon. But we'll see. But just a lot of it, I'm like, what is happening in my life right now? Like, what is happening? And it was hard to be grateful, but I'm grateful because I learned something about myself. I learned something about people. I learned that, you know, there's beauty that comes out of messed up situations. There's, you know, life that comes out of messed up situations, and we have to be open to those lessons, and be grateful for them. And then finally, I think that you should not stay there. Don't stay in a state of heartbreak. You have two choices. You could either heal through your heartbreak, or you can stay in your heartbreak forever. You can be bitter, you can be angry, you can hate men or women, whatever it is. You can stay there, and you will be miserable, and you will be unhappy, and you will hate the world, and the world will continue to spin around you. And I want everyone here to heal. I want everyone here to see the beauty in the world, and I want you to live it. And the only way that you can do that is being intentional and applying some of the things that I said earlier. You know, choosing to love, choosing not to ignore your feelings and say, F him, he's the problem, you know, even though they are. I'm kidding. No. There's a lot of choices that are made when you're healing from heartbreak. And I know it's hard, but I think if you really want to heal, you should make the right choice and choose to move forward with your life. Don't stay there. Don't stay in that angry place, because that will drastically change your life. I also believe that happiness is the fountain of youth. Happiness, living a stress-free life, or I shouldn't say stress-free life, but managing stress in a healthy manner, and choosing joy, choosing happiness, choosing love keeps us younger, keeps us youthful, keeps us energized. So be smart. Be smart. Choose joy. Choose happiness. Choose youthfulness. Okay? And it may take a while. It may take a while for you to heal. It's not going to happen overnight. I've been in this process right now for a couple months now. And I think I, have healed some. I've done a really great job, I think, so far, of talking to people around me and surrounding myself with positive people, and really removing the people who aren't, no matter who they are. Don't let those people bring you down. Don't let those people keep you in heartbreak. You are in charge of your healing. But I hope these tips were useful. I hope that you will apply them to your own healing journey. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. What do you do to heal from heartbreak? How do you heal from heartbreak? And what heartbreak are you guys going through right now? I'd love to hear it. Like I told you guys, I'm in my journey too, and it's good to have a community of people who you can share these thoughts with. So thank you all so much for being here. And remember, although makeup can be a self-esteem booster, covering up what's on the outside won't truly heal what's on the inside. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.